Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, everybody, Charles here, and welcome to another great show. Now, listen, new things happening. Listen, I know you're working, you want to watch the show, you might not be able to watch it, but don't worry. We are now doing a replay of every show on LinkedIn. You can go to LinkedIn around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and catch the replay of the great show. So you can't say you missed it and you want to watch all the great people that's coming on. You can now catch the replay on my LinkedIn channel. All right. Don't forget too, right now you'll be watching it live. We're connected with different stores, live on camera. There's a lot of big things happening. And another big thing that's happening, we teamed back up with Malcolm's Choice. So please welcome to the show, Jody Ann.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Jody Ann, what's going on?
Oh, not much. We're just here connecting you with some more Black-owned businesses from the Toronto area. So I'm super excited to be here.
All right, listen, we got some big things happening. We got the replay happening. We teamed up with another gentleman. I'm gonna play his commercial a little later. I don't want to blow up the surprise. You can catch us live in different locations. While you're shopping, you get to see us right there. So I'm excited about this new chapter.
Amazing. It is really, really exciting. Big things are happening. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, but I know the surprise. So I can't wait to release the news, but it's super exciting.
There you go. There we go. So we got our first person today coming right at you. And then you were telling me what he's doing is something new. It's kind of different. And I was like, different? What's different about it? I said, I got to get him on the show. So please welcome to the show, Omar. Give him a big round of applause, everybody. How you doing, sir? You're just muted, sir. Unmute yourself.
With the intro like that, you can't feel bad. I have to be great. That intro was fantastic and fabulous.
There you go. There you go. All right. Well, thank you so much. I know you, Jody. I know you got meetings to go to. You got more clients that are looking to jump on the platform. So if you are interested in jumping on the platform, you're interested in getting involved, then all you got to do is give her a call. You can sign up right here.
Yes, malcolmschoice.ca. Head over to the website. I've got steps on how you can get yourself listed. There's a button in the menu that says add a listing. Once you hit that, the world opens up and you can import your business information right up onto our website. So we are just so happy to be able to feature amazing Black-owned businesses from across the Greater Toronto area. And we'd love to have you join our community as well.
All right. And then you could be one of my next guests on the show. So sign up and you get all the perks.
That's right. That's right. Sign up. Give us a call. My number here is 905-497-3400 or 647-975-4454. Thanks so much, Charles, for the opportunity to be a part of this. And yes, I love to welcome all these businesses from Malcolm's Choice.
All right. So we'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
All right, my friend. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Give us the background and what makes what you're doing so different.
Well, I came from a religious family, and growing up, they were also culturally connected. So I was born here in Canada, but came from a Jamaican family, and I was just intrigued, maybe more than my sibling or my cousins, in just our culture from a very young age. And that led me to understanding some of the movements we had over the years of our leaders that really fought for us to have some form of pride and autonomy and to get back connected to our root. And so that was, my beginnings. And growing up, I wasn't around alcohol or tobacco or anything like that, or ganja. And it was funny because I just gravitated towards the Rastaman that was that I seen only glimpses of, because my parents wasn't really around that kind of element. So I gravitated towards that, and through that I discovered ganja as a healing medicine, and one that gives mankind a connection, spiritual connection, a more rooted connection to the earth. So through that journey, I got to discover the plant and its benefits, because I always heard so much negative about it. I wanted to wait till I was finished school before I even got involved with the plant in any way, shape, or form. But coming up, there was a clear difference in approaches of all the people that I met that were dealing with this plant. And it was very intriguing to me how, I grew up with a father that didn't really take pills very much. He just, he's a Christian man, but he said he just doesn't like to take these pills.
Yeah.
I kind of got that influence from him, that to gravitate more to
Natural
the
stuff.
indigenous medicine type of thing. And he used to always tell me stories about bush that is my grandmother used to give him when he's younger, and how bad it tastes and all kind of stuff. But he'd always talk about how it really works. It really, really worked. And he didn't understand, and he was working in industry, he worked with the government and whatnot. So he's privy to seeing some of the things that were going on in the industry. He
Right.
himself was a very traveled person. Coming from Jamaica at a young age, he was in the States in '64 during the heat of the civil rights um, movement, and then also found himself in Canada a couple of years later. So he traveled throughout Canada, and he noticed the difference is in the way Black Americans were treated as opposed to how people from the Caribbean were treated. And all these things intrigued me. So I was searching and digging, and through seeing how industry is set up and seeing the unjust um, elements that happen to keep our community. I'm always wondering why our community doesn't have this, why we don't have that. How come, what's going on? We have so much skilled people and talented people. Why aren't we here? Starting to culminate and form, I knew that we weren't going to be where we would need to be. And, I wasn't the only one. There was many of us who could predict and see that we were going to be in a bad position when this came around to so-called legalization. I grew up a whole life hearing about, Peter Tosh talking about legalize it.
Mm-hmm.
And this plant has so much, there's something to it that connects people worldwide. So it doesn't matter where you go in the world, there's people who will speak about this plant and its benevolence and all the things, wonderful things it can do, not just medicine. The seed can be used for protein. Now people have it in their shakes. And by the way, hemp and ganja is the same plant. Don't make anybody fool you. There's so many different variations of ganja, and hemp is one form. It's not one type of hemp. Anybody who deals with hemp will tell you. So we get bombarded with these terms and these meetings and not really even understand, the true nature of them and why they're being used as well, because again, industry and commerce. So I knew we would be in a situation, and what we did was, just through my association and my queen, Noni, I have to give
Right.
thanks for her, because in meeting her, we were able to form society. We were putting on events and trying to rally the community together. We're really community people, like we do real community stuff. And I have to say that because a lot of people, they don't know what community, what is this community thing? Well, it's people who dedicate their time and energy towards the people
And I caught.
who are within our network.
Right.
And that's stuff we are doing from time. And, we do it out of our love and, gather resources from friends, family, ourselves, and just put on events. And after a while, we said, but wait, this plant connects so many people. We need a society. We need something that we can build so we can take this plant and use it in positive ways and teach positive approaches so people don't abuse it. People don't use it out of term. Some people need
Right.
to use it for anxiety, for nerves. Some people need to use it to sleep. Some people need to use it for digestive reasons, blood cleansing reasons. There's so many reasons people use plant. But we said it connects people, and some people just use it socially, just to laugh. And one thing people say, oh, it's recreational. Let's get out another term. Before we talk about hemp and ganja, so
Mhm.
now we understand that all of it is ganja.
It's
So
same
let's
thing.
look at this now. This whole term about recreational and medicinal. Let
Yeah.
me tell you something. It's all medicinal.
Mm-hmm.
If something makes you laugh, laughing is medicine. You never hear that before?
Right. They say the more you laugh, enzymes and neurons in your brain shoot off, and it relaxes you and does different things for your body. The more you laugh, the more you smile, the more. Yep. Yep.
You see what I said? So that's the whole thing behind this thing. It is medicine, it is medicine, it is medicine. And they're pushing different terms and different things to create regulation and money at the end
Right.
of the day. That's the reason why most of these catchwords, catchphrases, and code words are out there, because it's money people are using for marketing. But at the end of the day, it is medicine. And I just have to tell people that over and over again, it's medicine. So
Okay.
we created an Indigenous Medicine Trade Society. And that was for people to be able to culminate the approach from our cultural perspective, the way we've been raised around these plants, and not just ganja, all the many plants that we use as medicine, moringa, the one of them, you know, we all of them is medicine, I think, and pimento.
I'm gonna stop you right there, because that's, for me, that's the number one plant right there. I take 3 of those a day, moringa. So
Yes, man.
every other day, I take my 3, crack that seed open, chew it up, and swallow that. That's
You're
my
better than me. I'm not that consistent with moringa.
that's my go-to plant. So I had to shout that out there, because
But that's why your energy is up. That's why your energy is up there, right? Because you have the moringa seed and you're ready to take on anything.
there
Anything
you
come your
go.
way,
There
just
you
boom,
go.
slap it with.
so
Yes, man.
let's get into the nitty gritty, because I wanted to pull up your website, and I want to get into, the different way you're doing it. Like, you've gone full 100. Talking about it is one thing, but talking about it, putting up a website, putting up a business, putting up a thing, that's going to another level. And that's the main thing, is when you find that something you're passionate about, you have to go to that next level. You know what I mean? And that's what you guys are doing. So
Well,
stay
I
tuned.
give thanks for that.
Stay.
When we structured it, it was
Yep.
we had to look for a structure that would work for us. So we chose a society, and this type of society is only found in the West Coast in British Columbia, because it was formed for the business cultural landscape there. And so we chose that structure that allows us to be a member funded society. So as we launch membership, yes, we'll be launching membership this fall. We will be looking towards creating a trade society where people who with different skills, that not just with ganja specifically, are growing of ganja, it can be processing, it could be packaging, it could be logistics, it could be lab work, it could be so many different intersections. And if you go on our website and you look to the partners page, you'll see the different criteria that will be involved with the trade society. And what we're doing is basically creating that marketplace that allows people to, showcase their products. Also, they're able to take the product and develop it as well. And we'll be facilitating spaces where people can actually produce the product, process the product, and get their branding up to where it needs to be. And the beauty about it is that it'll be expressing the indigenous form. So, for example, our tinctures, our tonics, uh, it's a long time African tradition that survived throughout our passage in the Caribbean to here in the Americas. And our tonics were things that we used to certain celebratory and ceremonial times of the year. We bury them. We put together tonics out of roots and herbs, strongback, chainy root, all these things, mabi,
Yeah.
even sour drink with certain things mixing it. And a lot of times they use ganja too. Stuff them with ganja and put them underground.
Right.
And they bury in the ground just like wine in a cellar. After a year and then pull it out. And at certain celebratory times and certain ceremonial times, we'd use them. Also, Rastafari uses it ceremoniously, not just for the physical healing, also to the meditation. And so this is also sacrament. And so we need to have a say in how that is grown. If a spiritual community uses something as sacrament, you can't just go buy it at the grocery store and go take it and use it. You need to have some sort of standard around how it's grown, how it's processed, even the energy that's around it, a certain incantation they might say over it or prayer. So these are the things that have not been addressed. They have not been able to be developed or culminated into any form of industry. If you look at the Catholic Church and they deal with the wine and certain bread and those things come from a specific supplier and from a specific set of people. And it goes right through the distribution chain from its source right through. And I man can't interrupt that. Yeah, I couldn't interrupt it neither. You couldn't break up that chain. You couldn't tell them, well, go over there and buy from my person over there, my people that have the best grapes, more better grapes than those people over there. They're not gonna do that. Why? because they have an order to how they do things, and we are setting up our own order, and that's the thing
So
that we are
let me
trying to promote now.
let me stop you there. Let me stop you there. So when it was legalized as a way of money,
That's correct.
straight through money. They didn't think of like what you're saying,
That's exactly right.
how it was done properly, how we bless it, how we use it, the ethnic about it, the religious about it. The government just said, "Hey, you want it? Okay, let's go straight for the money." But they
That's
didn't look at.
exactly right.
They never went to anybody and said, "Hey, how do you guys take care of it properly? What process do you guys do? Is it religious for you guys?" They just saw
Yes.
they saw dollar signs
Dollar signs. That's it.
and they just went
Strictly.
straight for it. So what you're trying
Strictly.
to do, in a nutshell, is bring it back to the main base and say, okay, dollar size is one thing, but let's take it back to where it was. The roots, the culture, why
So,
we use it, how we do it.
so if I may, you're right. But if I just can color it a little bit to say we'll take it forward
Mm-hmm.
with the roots. We'll
Gotcha.
take it forward because our community, because they were okay. You see, quick, they said in Jamaica and different places, they said, okay, you can have your sacrament. And so they already have a sacrament regime for Rastafari. But they were fine with no money being involved. So you can
Right.
sit around and smoke all day. I use it for that purpose. But nobody come talk about selling it,
Yeah.
commercing,
Mm-hmm.
developing it, research and development,
Right. Yeah.
infrastructure.
Right. And it's a business.
None of that, right? So,
Right.
so our Ganja deal with that. That's what
Mm-hmm.
we're dealing with. We're saying, listen, we're not just talking about sitting around and smoking it. All right, we're talking about developing an industry that
Mm-hmm.
serves community.
Right. Well,
At the
let's
end
back
of the day, that's what it's supposed to serve as community.
You're right. Let's put another word there. We're talking about proper. You know what I mean? Doing it properly, because but they can say, "Oh, we did the industry," and like, yeah, you did the industry, but you didn't do it proper. That's the one thing
That's
where
right.
that's what
And
you're doing.
I'm not here to fight anything that someone else is doing. That's
Yep.
they set up the industry and people are well invested. Let's face it. The common
Mm-hmm.
person out there has, some sort of stock in one of the cannabis LPs.
Right.
That's just the nature of where we live, right? People have to do what they have to do when people are trying to make money and advance themselves. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, somebody has to vanguard these things where we don't even approach the
Mm-hmm.
opportunity
Right.
to take something that's whole and pure and keep it within that purity
Yeah.
and move it forward
Yep.
in that direction. We don't even get to approach that because everything is kind of circular around
The
money, as you said. Everything is just centralized around the money.
Yeah.
The money
Exactly.
will come.
Yeah.
But what's the root? What's the foundation? What was the base? How was it constructed?
Mm-hmm.
How is the supply chain? Where's the vertical integration and how is it shaped?
Right.
That's the part that we have yet to really put together. And because we've been conditioned with this idea of individualism. You see, individualism, I'm getting to something different now, but that individualism has kept us from reconnecting as community in a true sense.
Mm-hmm.
Our community was there to be able to form and vanguard not only culture but also your economics.
Okay, so
right? The economic piece is missing.
Right. So let's stop right there. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back. We're going to stick with the economics part because I like that part. I like what you said right there because that's a whole nother chapter right there. But here's a surprise, everybody, that we wanted to let you know. We told you that there's big things happening. We are partnering up. Yeah, that's right. We're partnering up with another new great idea. If you want to get your business out there, check this out.
You're tuned into Black Business Live TV for culture, commerce, and community. The news stories we live, brought to you live 24/7.
Yes, we are partner up with Black Business Live TV. The TVs are actually in stores. When you're going into different stores, you're shopping, you look up the TVs there, bringing you Black business, Black information, Black news, what's going on around the world, stocks, markets, how to invest, great news. It's right there. And you can actually market your business on those TVs. So when people go to shop, your information is getting out there 24/7. So we're happy, so happy to be joining forces. You're going to be seeing some of our shows live on those screens. So when you're shopping, you can see CMJ live everywhere. So we're so happy to be partnering up. So make sure you like and subscribe and join us there. All right. We are back live, my friend. And you're just on mute. We're going to unmute. And then, yeah, we're just going to talk about more like the economic parks, as you're saying. And I also want to bring in your website to show people how far you've gotten, what you're going to the next level. So talk about that part.
So right now, we basically, along with quite a few other organizations in the community, are putting together platforms. Given what's happened over the past 18 to 24 months, it's been a reset in many ways, right down to a micro level. And in our community, we've definitely been at the helm of this whole reset, in terms of shift, in terms of having to shift in the momentous ground we would have to cover to make the shift that we'd have to make in our community. And so a lot of it has to do with having access and creating interfaces that allow people access to your business and your distribution of either your product or service. So what's happening right now in the community, we are really pushing the businesses to link and partner in all the practical ways and all the strategic ways that they can. We have an integral relationship with Carifica. There's Carifica Canada. Many people are familiar with Carifica, so we've partnered with them, and we've done some great integration and still working on some at the moment. And I really, really suggest that a lot of the business out there take that type of model. If there are businesses out there that can that align with you, or that you can get work, or you can see more than one initiative that you can collaborate on. It's a great model and a great way to push forward, and great way to have shared resources. So that's the type of thing we're doing in building this larger ecosystem out there for our community to now be able to access. And not only access with the currency, we also right now, myself and Sister Noni have been appointed as ambassadors, roving ambassadors for the State of the African Diaspora, which is a huge movement to connect all of our people globally as Indigenous people, and connecting from Africa right through abroad. The State of the African Diaspora has been formed to also foster initiatives that were originally started from the African Union. And now with its partnerships under the ECO6, with the State of the African Diaspora, the African Diaspora Central Bank, the Federation of African Kingdoms, and Swiffen Bank, we're in a situation now where we have a currency, which is the Lumi, and we have taken on the Lumi and we're now integrating it into our systems so that we can have a currency to use as well. This is a great, great moment, a landmark moment in time for our people, and we're looking forward to being able to advance this moment through collaborative work. The website you're seeing now will actually be updated in the next few weeks, I'd say next month or so, and the new platform will have all of those integrations set to go forward. So,
All right. And then there's all the partnerships. And the key thing to me is
actually, that's not all of them. That's some of them right now. We're still adding more right now.
still adding more, right? So the thing I like is the partnerships. You can't grow, as we say, unless we are all putting our hands in. You know what I mean? We work together to get to that next level. And that's what partnerships do. You know what I mean? If you want to get to that next level, you can't do it by yourself. You got to find some key people in your industry, outside your industry, that can help you open doors, because not every door you can open by yourself. So, follow the model and work with people. And the thing is, work with good people, have good intentions. If you're going in to be a partner, go in to be a partner. Have good intentions to go in and just work with each other. We can all survive and thrive in this world if we work together. So there you go.
I give thanks for that. It's very, very true. What we're doing is we're providing these services to everyone out there, but we're making sure that the purveyors of these services and the businesses, whether they're product based or service based, are from our community, and the majority of them will be from our community. And even our administration is staffed with people from our community. And if you want to get involved, please reach out. Let us know what you're doing. If you just want to get involved on a personal level, that's fine. You can reach out, fill out the form on the homepage on the website, and we look forward to hearing from people out there who'd like to get involved. It's not just ganja, like I said. Ganja is an intersecting point. It has so many other intersections involved with it. And we're looking for people who just want to see our community push forward. And it's amazing the type of partnerships we've been able to make, not just with people who are involved with the plant, but people involved with so many different sectors. Even Jody was on earlier. We've connected with Jody and Malcolm's Choice. So there's so many things that we can do as a community together. And it's a very powerful moment, and I think we need to take advantage of it.
Right. Give them a call, 289-432-1222. That's 432-1222. Give them a call. If you
I'm going to give you another number. Number to use is 647-300-7343.
7343. And if you need that number again,
that's 647-300-7343.
There it is, right on the screen. Give them a call if you have questions, you need answers, you just want to say, hey, listen, I saw you on this show. I'm a little bit, want to know how we can get involved, what we can do about the partnership. Just want to get some information from you, the healing powers, the drink. Because I don't know about you, but if you have, an elder in your family, and when you get sick or you have a headache, you go into grandma's in grandma's room. There was that little jar. Cupboard. Yeah. That little jar, and inside it's floating, right? There's a rum in there, little stuff, and it's always floating, right?
There's always something in there, right? But the thing is that plant medicine really works. I mean, I've seen the power of it with my own father. In taking CBD. Unfortunately, he suffers from Parkinson's, but he's been a conqueror. I can't say a sufferer. He's been really a conqueror and a real hero to me, to see how he's been able to manage that really, really, really devastating condition.
Right.
And he's been able to take that, and I've seen within 15 minutes his tremors stop, hands shaking like this, and then
just calm.
It's
nice.
So powerful.
Yeah.
And again, that's from Ganja. We live in a time where everything gets isolated in a monoculture. But I have to say, it's about Ganja, and it's healing medicine, and it's beautiful. So we want to hear from you all out there in our community. We want to hear from people out there in other communities as well, and see what you're doing. And if you relate with this vibe, definitely get in touch. We give thanks.
All right. And don't forget to check my website on the screen. We put up all the tips and tricks. We have special deals of anything's going on from the show. Make sure you go there and check it out. My friend, it's been a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you so much. Before we let you go, we just want to tell the people one thing. That's right. If you like the show, don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell a friend. Let them know about the information. And before we let you go, my friend, is there anybody you want to shout out to? Anybody, friends or family you want to say hi to?
Yeah, man. I have to shout out my parents, Queen Noni, brother Yuri, if he's watching, Sister Jody out there, all the people out there who love the plant and, cherish the plant and want to see things push forward. And also those people out there in our community who just love to see the uprise of our people. So we give thanks for it all. And I want to shout you out for having this program. I think it's an excellent program that you have going, and I love the job that you're doing.
Well, I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much as well.
That's another show. Don't forget to catch us tomorrow. The next day, we have great lineup coming up. And do remember, the key thing out of this is respect yourself, love yourself. And the key thing is partnerships. When you grow, we grow together. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
That's all.
Has come to an end, but the fun doesn't have to stop here. If you have any questions, suggestions, or feedback, head over right now to Twitter and Facebook and like, share, and get involved. Join us next time.
Please be advised that this podcast is meant for educational and informational purposes only and is in no way a replacement for legal or medical advice. The opinions contained within are solely those of the interviewers and interviewees and should be received as so. Those seeking help or advice are encouraged to obtain